Okay, now we're gonna start coding the cloud conditions, the cloud breakout, or the way they call it is the Kumo breakout. So we're gonna start coding those conditions. Again, just bring our little divider over, and we're gonna call it the Kumo breakout. First, we need something else. We need, before we can actually do that, because we're going to use this same condition for the other entries as well. Cloud trend. We'll call it trend. It's going to be equal to 0, and we're going to say if. No, it's going to be a variable integer type, and we're going to say if. Senko span A. Senko span A of the, where's our plots so I can see this, of the offset is greater than the Senko span B of the offset. Then the cloud, no, trend is now going to be equal to 1. Else, if Senko span A of the offset is less than or equal to Senko span B of the offset, the cloud trend is now going to be equal to -1. So that's just going to tell us if the cloud at the position of the bar is going to be green or red. Kumo breakout is going to be equal to did I spell this thing correct? Cloud trend is equal to 1, and close is greater than Senko span A, and close of the previous bar is less than or equal to Senko span A. So that's going to define a breakout. Let's code the bearish breakout. So cloud trend is going to be -1. Close is going to be less than Senko span A, and close of the previous bar is going to be greater than or equal to Senko span A. Okay, we need something else. We need Kumo breakout bull bull default value of false, title of Kumo breakout, a tooltip. No, we don't need a tooltip. A group of group entry rules. Let's save that. And we can just bring that in there, and let's save that and see what we get. Okay, we still need to add it to our buy conditions, or bullish Kumo breakout or bearish Kumo breakout. Let's see our breakouts. This isn't right. This is not right. Okay, we made a small little mistake. If you notice what we're doing here, we need the close to be greater than the math.max of the Senko span A offset. And the Senko span B offset. And we need the close of the previous candle to be less than or equal to the maximum of Senko span A and Senko span B. Then we need this again, but only this time we need the minimum of the two. Same for here, the minimum of the two, and this should fix all our errors. That's a breakout. That's a breakout. This should, oh, this can't really count as a breakout because we didn't follow the trend. Yes, because the trend is green. Yes. So if it broke out here, then it would have been awesome there. Okay, what we can do now is we can actually have a separate little filter in here, and we can say actually we can put it above everything. Kumo trend, and we can have it as an input.bool, and we can set the default value as false. We can just give it a title as use Kumo trend. We don't have to give it a tooltip, we can just give it a group, and it should be group entry rules. And what we can do here is put this in brackets. If use Kumo trend, then if cloud is equal to 1, else false. Again here, if use Kumo trend, then if cloud is -1, else false. And we can just copy this and bring it over to all of our other 10% cross bold, and you can actually put this and like else false and give it an and condition. Again with this, and that now this needs to be -1. Again with this one, and give it an and condition. Give it an and condition, and also give this one a -1. Do the same for these. This one should also be -1. And then also, no, this one should be a 1. And this one should be -1. Now what we have is a trend filter for everything. So if we say use Kumo trend and use the Kumo slope, you know this, no. We made a small little error, okay? We need to, everywhere we said false, okay, use the search function and then replace all of that with true. And again, also with the -1, and replace all the false values with true, because we want it to act as a filter. We want it to act as a filter. If we say use Kumo, maybe we should just save first. If we say use Kumo trend filter, then it should only take bullish signals if it's above the cloud, and only take bearish signals if it's below the cloud. If we do not use Kumo trend, then it should give us more signals. Yes, then it should give us the signals regardless of the cloud filter. So now it's going to give us less signals, but we now have the trend confirmed with the Kumo cloud. So if we put all of these on, then we're going to get a ridiculous amount of signals. This is good. This is very good. Okay, why did we get that? Okay, I'll do some reverse engineering. But for now, we have a pretty good understanding of where we are. We're just going to add something else here, and in fact we're going to create an entire new group for this. We're going to call it group filters. And what we're going to do is bring our Kumo filter up into that group there, our Kumo trend filter, and just replace this group. And now use Kumo correlation, because our Kumo trend filter is just giving us the color of the cloud. What we need now is we need to know if price is above or below our cloud. So what we're going to do is input .bool, and give again a default value of false, a title of Kumo, use Kumo correlation, and we're going to give it an inline of Kumo filter, and we're going to give it a group of group entry filters. Again, just save that. Now we can use this. We can come down here and we now have an extra filter, so we need this. And we need to know if close, we need var int, and we're going to call it cloud correlation is equal to 0 if close is greater than the math.max of the Senko span A of the offset and the Senko span B of the offset. Then the cloud correlation is now equal to 1. Else if, and we can just take this line and we can say if close is less than the math.min of the Senko span A and B, then cloud correlation is now going to be equal to -1. And then finally we can just have an else condition, and we can say else cloud correlation is going to be equal to 0. And what this is going to give us is give us 3 values, because the trading the Ichimoku cloud states that you should never trade within the cloud. So if price is above the cloud, we're going to have a 1. If it's below the cloud, we're going to have a -1. And if it's inside the cloud, we're going to have a 0. So what this filter is going to do is give us that little option where we only take bullish trades above the cloud, only take bearish trades below the cloud, and do not trade within the cloud. So that's what this little filter is going to give us. So we can just copy our use Kumo correlation, and we can just do the same here. We can say if use Kumo correlation, then if the cloud correlation is equal to 1, else true. And never forget that and condition. So we can just copy this whole thing, and we can just say if Kumo cloud correlation is equal to -1, we can just bring that whole thing in here, and again just change that to a -1, and paste it in there, change this one to a -1, paste it in there, and change this one to a -1. And then we can also, the breakouts, the breakout is going to be above or below the cloud. It doesn't really need a Kumo correlation. So if we save that, let's see what we get. Use Kumo correlation. Yes, now we can see some bearish trades removed there. And again, nothing inside the cloud. Let's see what happens when we put this on. Yes. And let's see what happens if we remove this. Yes, now we have 2 filters. 2 filters going for us. Okay. Let me do some research and we'll see what else we can add to this.